Welcome everybody to Game 4 of ELSR versus KSC. This is the grand finals. ELSR with 2 points up over KSC. If they win this game, that ends this series and they become the Kings of the Sea for North America, going into international finals in first place. And that would make KSC second. Here we go. Sleeping Giants, SeaRaptor. What do we have for ELSR?
Flanagan Green on the north side, ELSR fielding a Montana, going full America battleship, by the way, going a bit of a double artillery plotting room, and then you see that furious fire prevention concealment Montana we've seen Bochy run earlier, paired up with 8952's Vermont, sticking here with a little more of a survivability build, extra heals, better heals, and fire prevention. Headed over here towards the A flank, we have Apex's Moskva, unique upgrade, RPF, and concealment. Stevens Des Moines going for range concealment and RPF. No unique upgrade there on that particular Des Moines. Little Busters now in a gearing. Torpedo build, unique upgrade, smoke and engine boost upgrades there to go with Swift in silence and RPF. Quincy's Ragnar headed to mid all by his lonesome. Gun range, RPF, concealment. Having a look at the other flank here, over here in front of the Montana. Hutao's Des Moines, unique upgrade. Radar, and let's see, we got top grade gunner to go with concealment. Luger's gearing, identical build nearly to the other gearing, and then it's Misakura in the Kleber this time, but this Kleber is not running the unique upgrade. However, speed boosting here all the way to the C flank to try to pick this up ahead of the opposition, and he's going to claim that handily. Talk to me about the KSC lineup, Seth. What do we got going on?
Opposing to the south, hoping desperately to win this game to force a game 4 for the tiebreaker, essentially. KSC is bringing a gearing, smoke build, Ragnar gun build, Des Moines unique upgrade build, and once again Pikachu in the Ohio in a damage build south of the B cap. Over towards A, we've got John the Impaler's reload build Stalingrad in position. Quicksilver, Moskva, unique upgrade. Going to the other side, we've got some Ohio shells, some well done damage build as well coming out. Looks like Captain Caesar's Moskva. He's already turned, so whatever. And finally, we've got ourselves a Des Moines Chaos again, unique upgrade, and Sate again, 420 Blaze It All.
Some long-range shell fire going out here across the middle of the board. Hitake getting picked up by Ragnar radar here. They are going to get the resets as the Vermont dunk is inbound. Are they going to land?
Look at Storm.
Not amazing.
Also not amazing. Storm takes 2 torpedoes despite having Hydro up.
Yep, 2 in there with the Hydro. Feels bad.
Feels very bad. Those were gearing torpedoes, weren't they? No.
I'm not.
Yeah, they had to be.
They had to have been.
Busters.
Yeah, Busters. They ran out of range just on top of Storm.
Brilliant planning.
Yep. So that was the Ragnar radar pushing Hitake off, which means that they used the Moskva radar. They're trying to push Quincy back so that his radar doesn't have the range to push the Ragnar off this time. See if they can pull it off here.
Here comes the Stalingrad radar. Getting Quincy detected.
Yep.
You're trying to get Quincy back so that Hiyoshi can go back into the B cap. Pikachu at half health almost already. Oof.
Interesting to see. Now, one of the things we've seen, Zath, is that Kleber is not banned or restricted. And ELSR has habitually... big hits on Hitake. ELSR has habitually brought at least one of them in order to pick up an early cap and just start that early pressure on KSC. Hitake getting absolutely hammered here in the middle of the map.
Yeah, I don't know how he can get out of this alive.
He's got to find some hard cover to pull that off, and right now, I don't know. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. He's finally dark, under 700 HP.
Yeah, his engines are out, but he's available to limp away. Nope.
Heels ticking. Heels ticking. They took a blind shot and came up empty. ELSR just out shooting KSC here in the middle of the board, or at least out focusing the right target. More blind fire going on Hatake, but nothing coming up.
I
It's
love that
100
they're still trying, though.
Yep. It's a 100-point lead now for ELSR on the strength of that early C cap. KSC just now starting to make a move here over at A. Sate Smoke leading the Des Moines up nice and close, pushing Busters back.
Yep. Chaos does have the radar going. That's why Sate opened up. He's going to go into the spot.
Sate's going to step onto the cap. He's going to be just barely inside of Steven's Des Moines radar range. Let's see if that draws it out. Should. It does. So they can spot Sate now, but I doubt they can get shells on him.
Maybe the Vermont.
Maybe. Actually, the Des Moines might be able to. That island's not nearly as tall as I thought. We'll see. We'll see what happens. KSC's not going to be able to make a play for B with Hatake. They're going to have to bring somebody else in to make that happen.
ELSR's Vermont is not even looking towards the Harugumo. He wants John, I think. He's looking right towards John or the Ragnar's last known.
Well, they can see John, but if John can't really reverse, or the Vermont will have salvo.
I think that's their plan.
Oh, I'm sure it is. That or burn him down. I mean, how long is the Ragnar going to sit out there and get pummeled? Let's find out, I suppose. But yeah, he's not even getting any shots right now. Now John's reversing.
Well, KSC's moving up. That forces the Vermont to move. That gives John the flexibility to start backing up.
Yep, they are pushing up the 2 line now. Both the Kleber and Quincy's Ragnar heavily focusing the Stalingrad. Here comes some Vermont shells through the gap. Nothing doing.
Could have been a lot worse.
I would say they're bringing Hatake over to smoke, but that's not a thing. So I'm not sure what Hatake is doing in this position, honestly.
Pick up survivors, moral support, ice cream.
I don't know exactly.
Lieutenant Dan, ice cream.
John's not currently on fire, but his next heal is 50 seconds away. As Hatake looks like he's just trying to draw some of those shells away as he beaches.
I am so confused.
I have no idea why you would do that. They're definitely switched fire now. Hatake burning a heal, trying to get out of there as best he can.
Well, he's got his engine boost going, which does give him crazy acceleration, but I think he mistimed it, and it's going to force him to beach again.
He can't really accelerate crazily. He's got to keep it at half speed to make that turn or something. John now under 10,000. His next heal 15 seconds away. They're pushing Well Done and Quicksilver through Thunderdome, headed to B. I think I like this play, Zaf. Is John going to live to see his next heal? He's not. Seconds to get there, doesn't make it.
Take does try something really unorthodox to save his teammate.
You know, I think, Zaf, the Montana HE came in there and made a big difference. I think that's Bochy flexing his HE messes for, we've seen people play full-on Flame Tana. That's not what that build is, but he certainly was able to contribute there, punching the HE through the deck.
And he gets a double fire on Pikachu in the next salvo. Add insult to injury right there. All right, well, what are you going to do if you're KSC at this point? I mean, you're
I don't know.
down on the ship.
I like the Moskva, Ohio play. Man, if they can't punch out Apex, I'm just not sure how they'll ever make a play for B.
We have not seen a ship go into the Thunderdome and have an impact so far in King of the Sea. I'm going to see that today.
Yes and no, Zath. If you recall yesterday's Sleeping Giant math with Storm's Moskva ending the game right where Quicksilver is right now, that ship had an impact because he prevented them from winning the game.
I'm trying to think back to that one. Because I remember there was a Moskva and a Napoli right next to each other there.
That was the crazy finish where the guys were charging him, and if they had stepped on the B cap like 2 seconds sooner.
Yes.
That was KSC and no cap, right? So that's the one ship that I can remember seeing push through Thunderdome this time around that has had a big impact. But for the moment, it's a two. Go ahead.
Okay, Sate's okay. He was trying to smoke Warp Chaos out of that position. Almost took a torp for that.
250-point lead as we Cross the halfway mark of the game. Everything coming up ELSR, going out on an early cap, picking up the early kill, early pick on the Stalingrad. KSC
Okay.
looking for a way to get back into the game.
We got 2 ships at the edge of the Thunderdome. Are they
doing,
trying
boys?
to rock, paper, scissors for who's going to go first?
What are we doing, boys? They're just trying to take salvos.
Confusion.
Yes, much confusion.
Also, Storm. Unfortunate.
What? He's alive. He didn't take any of those torpedoes. He's fine.
No, but
he's out in the open, though.
He's exactly. There's no smoke to really do much about it. And
smoke is in front of him. He's got to survive to get there, if he can make it.
Yes, and he'll get dragged into the Des Moines radar in order to get to that smoke.
Not necessarily. If he stays in the back end of the smoke, he's dark already. Actually, Shogun Raiden's in the radar range of the Des Moines, but Storm isn't. Nine minutes to play. KSC with a big hill to climb, upside down, about 150,000 hit points here.
Yeah,
there's the radar.
There's the radar. Raiden spotted Luger for just a little bit there, enough to get some shots into him. Oh, look at middle. Well done going through the middle. Well
done pushing, but he coughed up a ton of health to get to this position. He came through Thunderdome with about 60, 70,000 HP. Now he's down to 25. His next heal's 30. Oh, he just got
2,000?
Who was that?
Montana.
The Montana dunking him? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's out. Just don't see it, Zath. I don't think KSC's got a way back now.
I don't really see it either. Remember, both teams will be in international finals regardless.
Yeah, I liked the Thunderdome play because I thought, okay, now you've got ships able to exert influence in a portion of the board where it matters, as opposed to crawling up the 2 line where that's not going to get you anything.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess obviously I kind of don't like the, hey, let's charge the Moskva with the Montana on my broadside. That obviously didn't work. And now they're going to focus out Pikachu's Ohio.
Yeah, I just don't understand what they were trying to accomplish with that little sit there in the center. I mean, were they trying to get ELSR to just come in front of them or something? There's so much. I don't know. I'm just coming up with blanks. I mean, they're cross shooting the 9-10 area, so maybe they thought, okay, we can be artillery support for that. Or chaos goes down.
Yeah, it's pretty much all over but the crying here, Zath. It's a 550-point lead for ELSR. KSC just doesn't have the ships. They don't have the health. They don't have the board position. They don't have a way back into this game.
No, Raiden is pretty much going to go out here.
I mean, it should happen. It's going to depend on a little bit, the shell's falling in the right place, but they should be able to pick him up. Well, no,
he goes dark. Goes dark. Quicksilver.
Yep. Oh. Quicksilver getting dunked there by the Vermont. No, that was the Montana, I guess. Now the Vermont's
This is the Vermont.
There's the Vermont dunking him. Yep.
Oof.
Everybody's shooting. I think they know it's over. Even Hitaki's in the middle of the board, firing a gunfight with a Moskva that he can't possibly win.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there's your Kings of the Sea North America.
Indeed.
ELSR.
ELSR is going to claim the tournament here. They're going to become the new Kings of the Sea here on North America, go into the international bracket in first place.
Yeah, congratulations to them.
A flawless victory in Game 4, Zath. Check that out. Excuse me. Yeah, Game 3.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Right, you are, Raptor. This was a fantastic game to watch for so many different reasons. Mainly just, I thinking back to the start of the series, we saw the Kleber spam and stuff like that. We saw the Marseille influence, and then from the previous series, and ELSR saying, "Well, that's fine. You do you. We have our strats. We got other ones. Just wait. You haven't even seen our final form."
They're going to be fun to watch the international next weekend, Zath. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, absolutely, yes, absolutely.
All right, well let's throw it back to the analyst desk one last time today, guys, and hopefully we'll see you in just a minute.